The following is rated F for fairness. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Welcome to the audio show.
Alright, so I covered the previous kit of the side chick putting in boundaries, and now I wanted to cover this one as it relates to, the side chick basically asking some important questions. Let's go.
This is nice. You tore that up.
Well, you brought me all the way out here. I might as well get something.
Yeah. I'm glad. I'm glad that even if we don't always see eye to eye, we can always have respect for each other. And
That's what I'm talking about.
I think that'll go the distance as far as co-parenting. So,
And that should be the way it should go. I mean, at this point in time, that's all y'all can do. Again, we don't believe it's his kid, but until then, hey, he has to take care of the kid because his name is on the birth certificate. If my name was on the birth certificate, I would have to take care of the child until then. Well, unless I knowingly know that you basically tried to give me a jacket. In that case, I'm not taking care of it.
glad to have you.
Likewise.
Not as much drama, right?
Not at all.
But speaking of drama, why won't you just end all of this with Amber? The divorce, like why do we all have to suffer through it? Why won't you just pull the plug?
Why don't you just give up Iman? Why do we have to suffer through you and Iman and Delicia? Why don't you just give him up? Why don't you just give up the house that you actually have? That's exactly why. Again, friends, I may not agree with Anthony's behavior because I don't, contrary to what some people believe. But the truth of the matter is you are supposed to protect your asset. That is the thing that you're supposed to do. It's called self-preservation. That's what it's called. If you can keep your stuff, you should keep it. If you can't, then you can't. But you should preserve them.
Shayla, men like me, we're not accustomed to losing. Not in business and damn sure not in person. Every loss that I ever took in business, I ended up being stronger afterwards. I might have lost some money, ended up making more money. But it's something about being in a relationship. I don't really have control over it.
I thought it was because you were scared of being alone.
Men like me are never alone.
What does that mean?
That's a very good question. Men like him are never alone. That's a very, very good question. Even though, okay, being alone is a bit of a concept, somewhat. It's a bit of a concept because it depends upon exactly how you feel and how you're treating life in itself. You can actually live alone and are not alone basically because you enjoy your own company enough. No, I'm not saying it's easy. It's very hard. And if you're saying you need human contact, then you do.
It means that somebody is always going to want something from you. Whether it's influence, finances, something. So when you have that, you're never really alone. You just have to see if they're there for the right reasons and not just short term. And this divorce, this marriage, the way Amber's acting, it seemed like she was just in it for the short term.
Let me say this, and let me say this because I know Amber fans are not going to feel great about it because for them, everything is peachy and rosy. It feels the same way to me too. It feels as though Amber was actually in the entire marriage for the money. It didn't feel like she was there because she wanted to be there. No, don't get me wrong. I understand whatever it is that Shayla has done, and I understand what Anthony has done with Shayla. I do understand that, and I do understand the role that them have to play in that. But I feel like here's my problem with it. My problem with it is the mere fact that Amber is able to go back after all of what has occurred with herself, Anthony, and Shayla, to say that she is forgiven. The forgiveness part, cross that out, because you should forgive people. But to say that you're still trying to be in business and be friends with and be taken care of and trying to see if you can, succumb into certain things, that is what I think that has kind of switched me off of that portion of the Amber character. So now I start to wonder, is it that she basically wanted Anthony to mess up? Did she want all of this money? Then also, when I look into, like I said before, the contributions, apart from the DoorDash that Angela talks about, There were really were no other contributions outside of you just being an emotional person, and you kind of can get anyone to do that if you pay them enough money. Ladies, listen, just don't get upset. Listen, because I know y'all getting y'all's feelings. You can buy a woman, just like a woman can buy a man if he's at the right price. You can buy her, meaning you can buy her to listen to you and to do all of those things. You can buy her as an escort, but only certain people stay around for a long period of time. I feel like if Amber never had been doing what she's doing with Shayla, I feel like my growth wouldn't be so much with Amber right now. And again, may the best person win in divorce. It doesn't mean that I want her to lose either, right? As far as I'm concerned, may the best person win. I'm on none of the sides. But that is where I think my biggest hiccup is and my hang up is. It's the mere fact that this woman has spent so much time bringing down her marriage and she now knows that this is exactly what was occurring, but has chosen that she wants to she want to go back into business and go back into best friendship with the woman and try to go over the woman's house for consoling and all sorts of different things. Those things make it wild for me. I could never do that with, say I have a woman and she had a man like this. There is no way we would be friends. No way.
Well, you always have your son, so you'll never be alone.
That part.
Yeah. All right. This was a nice little detour.
Yeah.
Something I definitely didn't need.
Yeah, you got us out here grabbing ice cream. You know you don't do well with dairy late at night.
Listen.
So, yeah.
I'm going to throw it away.
Yeah, you don't do well with dairy.
Right, you got me on the wrong side of
No,
the street.
that's not good.
Now, if I know Amber fans, they're going to use this as something else and they're going to tell me how this is a trick that him want him baby brother back for whatever, even though she's the one that called him and he actually came out here. Look here, there are pieces in it when it comes to the Daltons and it comes to Shayla. At this point, I have equal blame to go all around, and that's why, as of right now, I cannot even stretch it at all because Shayla has her part in the entire thing. Amber has her part in it by allowing a lot of the things to happen, then wanting to cry foul after it has actually occurred. It's almost like I think what has occurred with Amber is this. This is the analogy. You have, just like Angelina says, you have some cheese in your house, and you open the door to rats. Those rats come in and eat your cheese. Is it the rat's fault that they ate your cheese? Or is it your fault that you've actually let the door in so the rats could come in and eat your cheese? That may be the message of the day for me from Angelina, between you and I. Because that is what I feel that has actually occurred in all of the marriage in itself. Maybe if it worked out another way, I would be singing a different tune, but I'm just saying. That's what it is. If you look at the skit before this, Shayla was trying to set boundaries. That means Shayla actually knows what boundaries are. So all this take as her not behaving like she knew what boundaries was a lie, was a farce. All this time she knew what boundaries were, but she just never did them because Amber allowed her not to do them. Anyways, give me y'all's take, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon.